Introducing the Clapham School, a classical and Christian school located in Wheaton. Our motto is Veritas Pro Vita, Latin for Truth for Life. We'd like to give you a glimpse of the education offered here at Clapham. Here at the Clapham School, we believe that there is absolute truth, and that truth is found in the person of Jesus Christ. This core belief is the foundation for the education we offer at Clapham. How does this influence a Clapham education? First, we see God's Word as the ultimate authority on truth. It influences the way we teach every subject. Second, we respect children as His creation, endowed with gifts and abilities uniquely their own. By treating them as whole persons, we change the focus from simply encouraging the right behavior to engaging the heart. Third, we provide an education that will enable children to engage God's truth, own it, and in turn engage the world by serving others in the name of Christ. That's why our stated vision is to propel students for a life of service to Christ.
At Clapham, there are three distinct elements that drive our model, and when you combine the three, the results are pretty extraordinary. First, the model is classical. Second, the model is Christian and seeks to promote a Christian worldview. Third, the model instills a lifelong love for learning in the lives of the students, and we call this the art of joyful discovery. The end result is students who are passionate about learning, who have a strong grasp of both the written and the spoken word, and who love God and have the tools to serve Him throughout their whole lives.
In these few minutes, we'd like to give you a glimpse of what a Clapham education looks like.
And Eric, last sound. D. Good. Now, boys and girls, you'll notice you're telling me sounds.
From the Middle Ages through the 19th century, Western civilization was built and shaped by leaders who were educated in the classical tradition. It has only been in the last 100 to 150 years that we've moved away from a core classical approach.
Or the phonograms, so we know how to spell it.
So then, what is the classical model? The classical model traditionally is broken down into three phases. The grammar stage, kindergarten through 5th grade, teaches the foundational tools for learning. The logic stage, grades 6, 7, and 8, teaches critical thinking skills and formal logic. The rhetoric stage, grades 9 through 12, is the culmination of the classical model of education and focuses on excellence in the written and spoken word. The beauty of this model is that it capitalizes on the natural abilities of students at these different stages. What else makes this model unique? First, it's the centrality of reading and words. This is appropriate given that God chose to reveal Himself to us through the written word. We have a proprietary reading list of over 1,500 books that represent what 19th century British educator Charlotte Mason might have called living books, well written with elevated vocabulary and a focus on good character development. In addition, from the very early stages at Clapham, students are engaged in narration, or telling back after the teacher or parent reads, and recitation, both of which impart confidence and precision in speaking. A second unique aspect of the classical approach is the centrality of the past. As C.S. Lewis has written, the educated man habitually, almost without noticing it, sees the present as something that grows out of a long perspective of centuries. Students at Clapham study history, geography, languages, mainly Latin, and literature that use the lessons of history, so they have a proper perspective of who they are and where they have come from, and can view the current culture in light of that. Third, Clapham students develop strong analytical skills. Students generally study one grade ahead in math and other subjects. And in later stages, they'll have classes in formal logic and debate. The goal is to teach them not only what to think, but how to think, and form critical opinions about what they study.
What does it mean to have a classical and Christian school? And is the Christian worldview at Clapham really that distinct? The theological nature of the educational model permeates the curriculum. Students are in pursuit of truth, as Francis Schaeffer defined it. Christianity is not a series of truths in the plural. Christianity is truth spelled with a capital T. In math, they learn that their Creator God was precise in the way that He set the world up, so they pursue math as an exact science. In nature study, they go on long walks to observe His created world and interact with it to better appreciate Him. In art, they learn the tools to help them learn how to create, and in doing so, better appreciate the Creator Himself. At Clapham, the centrality of the gospel drives our culture. The primary purpose is to shepherd a child's heart. We interact with parents during parent-teacher conferences and periodically throughout the year to talk about the children, because the parents who have ultimate responsibility to lead their child to Christ, to serve and to obey Him, want to partner with the teachers so that they understand where the children have a propensity to worship Christ and where they have a propensity to turn away from Him. So we have a partnership with the parents with the primary purpose of shepherding their hearts and leading them to a greater dependence on Christ.
The nice thing about the spiritual development of our kids here is that with Clapham, it's almost an extension of what we're doing at the home. By having a strong partnership with Clapham, it has really reinforced what we're teaching at home, and that way we don't feel like we're losing ground with our kids spiritually, academically, socially. They're taking what we're doing at home and they're moving forward with us.
One of my favorite things at Clapham this year, every single day so far, our children have walked out with smiles on their face, respecting their teachers, respecting the other children, happy to come into the car and so excited to share about what's taken place during the day. And I have not felt at all that we've needed to backtrack and reel them back in and have them show proper respect to mom and dad and each other at home. It's been such a blessing.
At Clapham, we focus on the little things.
Oh, wait.
Why do we focus on the little things and the habits of tucking in your shirt, of holding your pencil correctly, of greeting an adult when they walk in a room and looking them in the eye and say good morning?
Good morning, Mrs. Spanholm.
Good morning, Chase.
Well, simply put, because in life there really are very few little things. In fact, the big things are really nothing more than a string of little things. These are little things, they're habits that provide the foundation for a lifelong love for learning.
We have 3 children at Clapham School, and we chose Clapham because of its rigorous Christ-centered education combined with the joyful discovery of learning, the love of learning that the school really encourages, and because of the fact that we wanted them to have this education for the purpose of serving Christ and His kingdom.
The thing I love about Clapham is just seeing my kids excited about learning, seeing them come home, talking about what they talked about at school, at the dinner table saying, did you know this or did you know that? And breaking out into, O come all ye faithful in Latin, all together in the car. It's priceless.
At Clapham, we don't just pay lip service to shepherding hearts in the lives of students. In fact, we think that the only truly classical and Christian school is one where minds are trained and hearts are engaged. And when that happens, a natural, lifelong love for learning will emerge. And as Christians, it's one that will propel them for a life of service to Christ.
Classical training, Christian worldview, joyful discovery. The Clapham School provides a unique model that results in a lifelong love of learning, preparing students for a life of service to Christ.